Let me get this set up.
Yep, you just did it. Hey, what's up, Jill? Sorry, I'm late to the party. I had a prior obligation.
I heard. Hey, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Are home from college and they're catching up on Survivor seasons that we missed when they were away, and we just finished your guys. So I am all over you guys.
Yes.
Oh, perfect. Excellent.
All right, I'm stealing this link.
Connor says he can't hear anything.
Connor.
All over you guys.
Yes. Perfect. Let's see here.
There we go.
Put this here.
Connor says he can't hear anything.
Okay, he should be good now. I think there may have been a lag for me going live. Can everybody hear? Yes. Okay, so guys, I just put the link in the chat. If you want to put it out on your social media, send it to anybody. What's up, Dylan?
What's up, Dylan?
If you guys want to send it out, we're going to get ready to start in a minute as soon as I get it posted. Oh, actually, Aaron, can you take the link? Are you on your phone? Never mind, I got it.
I'm on my phone. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, mine will
I
do it
can't see
faster.
the chat, so somebody else is going to have to cross-check the questions today.
I got you. I'm on it.
Missy, you got it.
I'm on the case. Okay. Give me 1 second, everybody. You can be unmuted for now if y'all want to talk while I'm posting everything. And we're going to get started in a couple of minutes. And we're also waiting for a couple of more people. They're coming in. All right. As you talk, just be respectful of everybody.
I'm excited. Oh my God, look at what's over there.
Okay. Andrew, you're sideways, bro.
We don't really have to show our face. You have to show our face.
All right. Sharky, I don't recognize you with your name spelled right.
Yeah, who's Charlie?
Yeah, who's
My
Charlie?
school, it's my school iPad. My laptop isn't working. I'm sorry.
All right, guys. I'm just getting the link out there.
Missy, let me see if I can join from my computer.
Okay.
That way we can get it back to how we do it.
Beautiful.
So excited.
Yes. We're so happy to have you, Jill.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Well,
All
shut
right.
up, mute your stuff, mute it.
Copy. All right, guys, let me get this posted.
Alexa, turn this way.
I hope you got it.
Got it. Yeah, I'm on the computer. I'm good. So we can.
Okay. Did you boot your? Okay. Do you have control of everything?
Did you give me control back?
Wow, I kind of don't want to.
That's what I'm saying. I'm surprised if you do that. Like this is a true test right here. You give me control.
This is wild. I'm just gonna mute him, guys. He's muted. All right. Anyways, I've been waiting so many episodes to do that. I'm gonna leave him on mute until we start. I hope everybody's okay with that. I hope he doesn't leave. We'll see if he's here for it. Okay. So I'm only gonna get it posted. Are you good, Aaron? Can't hear you. I love it. I love it. Okay. All right. All right. And then Logan, can you remind me fan-made question? Aaron, just wait. Sorry. Did you remind me fan-made question or episode question? Do we have that?
Yeah, we have both.
Perfect.
Do you want me to say it, or do you want me to send it to you separately?
I'll let you announce it. It this episode. All right, guys, the link is posted. If you haven't done so yet and you want to get out there, go ahead. We're getting ready to get started. I'll unmute Aaron in a second so he can read the rules, and I may just put him back on mute, okay? Because we don't really need his voice this episode. I'm loving this. All right, wow. Okay, Aaron, are you ready? I'm gonna bring you back in, all right? So guys, again, I'm gonna bring him in. He'll read the questions. I'll put him back on mute and we'll get started. All you.
Wow. Wow. I hope you enjoy this because this is the last time this is going to happen.
This is wild. I'm loving it.
You're just showing off for Jill.
Definitely.
Okay. Jill, she doesn't normally have power like this, so she's relishing in it.
I'm loving
She's like
it.
drunk with power.
Yes.
Yeah, it's terrible. All right, guys. So welcome to day one of our Survivor trivia competition, weekend trivia competition. You guys are competing for a top 5 spot. Top 5 will move on to participate in Sunday's finals. Okay, so only top 5. So it's again, just you guys are competing for a top 5. Today we are joined by Jill from Survivor Nicaragua. We're very excited.
Yeah.
Very excited. Survivor player. So the rules are as follows. I see some familiar faces. You guys know the rules. You guys know the way it works. Logan, raise your hand. Logan's our game maker. So he's the one that puts together these amazing questions. If you have any feedback whatsoever, feel free to hit him up right there at Logan Beatty. He's also posted questions in the rules in the chat box. Rules are very simple. Missy is going to preface the question with the way that she wants the question answered. So for example, she may say, I want an alumni's first name and last name. You have to provide first name and last name. She may say, I want an alumni's last name only. You provide the last name only. Okay. She's going to give a point structure. All right. So how many points? And then Jill's going to ask the question. Once Jill asks the question, I'm going to cross-check the chat box because that's where we're going to be typing the questions, the answers to the questions. The person who answers correct, the fastest, will win the points. Again, pay attention because if the question is asking for first name and you say Hans and the answer was Russell, you're wrong. Okay. And sometimes Missy will take points away. So make sure you pay attention to how she wants the question answered. All right. Simple as that. You have one shot to answer. So you can't just go rifling off numbers if it's a season number. So just pay attention. If it's a season number, you get one shot to answer. Sometimes I'll start a countdown, which will dissuade people from being able to Google. That's it. All right.
Beautiful. All right. And then Instagram is posted, everyone. Okay. So let's get started. Let me get into the questions. Wow. And I'm just going to mute Aaron while we wait because I'm loving it. Okay. He's muted. Now we can start a real party. Wow. That's so great. So guys, he mutes me all the time. And it really would make me upset. You know, I would feel like I had no power. I'm like, we're a partnership. Why do you hate me? I thought we were best friends. So just to be able to do it back to him a couple of times today, just bear with me. Okay. All right. Here we go.
Sorry, Aaron.
All right. So this first question out the gate, just because I'm so happy that I can control. Look at this. Look at Aaron's page. I can just mute him, unmute him. All right. So 10 points. I'm giving this first question out for 10 points. And I am looking for just the first name of an alumni player spelled correctly. Go ahead, Jill.
Who was the first person to hold multiple fire tokens at once?
Jeremy, Justin gets it right. It's Jeremy.
Beautiful. Okay, awesome.
Jeremy Collins.
Love that. All right. This next question. Oh, I love this because I doubt anybody knows this. I'm going to give this out for 8 points. We're looking for a nickname. So my real name is Tremise. My nickname would be Missy, right? So 8 points. Go ahead.
What was Matthew Lenahan's nickname?
Whoa,
Wow.
we got it. AJ was Sash.
Okay, AJ.
AJ said, I know. Missy, I know.
AJ's like, that was easy. Stop playing with me. Yeah, that was easy. All right. This next question, I am looking for, this question is about alliances. So if I said Cops R Us, you would say Sarah and Tony, right? So for this one, this is going to go for 10 points total. We want all the names. What do y'all think? All the names? Every single name, or you don't get the point. First or last is acceptable. Spelling it can be whatever you need it to be to get it all typed out fast. 10 points. Go ahead.
Who were the members of the Taggy Four?
Beautiful. Taggy.
We got it. Jason.
Bam.
Patch.
Wow.
Sue Hawk, Kelly Wigglesworth, and Rudy Bosch.
Who got that?
I see Zach.
Zach.
I see Jason. Jason sent it to me privately. So Jason, I see, like, so here, I can screenshot it. I mean, yeah, it's Jason. So
Okay.
Jason, don't message me privately. Make sure you post it to everybody, but it's timestamped for Jason first.
Perfect. We trust Aaron right now. He's not muted, so we trust him. Okay. This next question, number 4. I'm just looking for the number of a season. So Island of the Idols, you say 39. And this will go for 6 points. Go ahead.
Which is the only season to have a final 3 made up entirely of men?
The only season.
Okay. 21, season 21, Survivor, Nicaragua.
AJ, here to play with the buff on. Zach, is that beer helping? Because AJ's here.
Mm-mm.
All right. This next one I'm looking for is about tribes. Jill will say a tribe name and you will respond with a tribe color. And it will be for 9 points. Go ahead.
What color was the Vata tribe? VATA.
AJ. Red.
AJ, who are you?
Jason threw his hands up like, what? How do
I compete with AJ?
Jason, you got second place.
I
All right?
honestly, the entire time I was watching the show, had no idea what color it actually was. So I got
Wow.
yeah.
AJ's like, yeah, dude, it's red.
AJ's like, yeah, it's been red. It stayed red. All right, Logan, get that scoreboard for us.
All right. So currently with 23 points in first place is AJ, followed by a 2-person tie between Jason and Justin, each with 10.
Okay, I love that. That's the whole board?
That's the whole board.
Wow, okay. Let's get some more people on the board then. This next question. This next question is going to go for 15 points. It's going to go for 15 points. Could you please? I feel like because it's so many points, I need first and last name spelled correctly. You disrespect my person, I'm going to have to take off points. But it's 15 points to the person who answers correctly. Go ahead.
I feel as though these are easy points. Here we go. Who was the first boot of the Survivor mini sequester game?
I like that, Jill. I like the way you did that.
I like that too, yeah.
Yes.
Bam.
We got it. Jason.
Spelled right. I love that. So Dean just actually got to talk to Mark Cuban, Serena Williams, and like 2 other really big names. He hosted some type of ceremony for Colombia. He was the host in a suit and everything. And Serena FaceTimed in and he talked to Serena Williams.
Wow.
And then Cuban from Shark Tank, the guy who owns that whichever basketball team.
It's
Dallas Mavericks. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Mavericks.
Yeah, wow, just crazy. All right, this next question. What? Would you know this answer, Aaron?
Yeah.
You would? Okay, so then I'm just looking for first or last name, however you know it. And it's gonna go for 10 points because you truly would be a super fan. I think Aaron knows because he played. So go ahead, Jill.
Who is the Survivor Challenge producer?
Either or, first or last. Spelling does not have to be correct.
Connor gets it. John Kerhofer.
Okay, Connor. Okay, Connor.
Yes, that's it. That's the celebration we want to see, Connor. That is it.
I love that. I love that, Connor. Let's go. All right. This next question, Logan, I'm gonna turn this one over to you, and you can assign the point value as well, and then give us the back history.
Wow.
First time ever. First time ever.
Power. I love it. I love it.
All right. So this is our featured fan-made question of the night. So if any of you guys have any questions that you want to suggest, DM them to me at @LoganBeatty_ on Instagram. We'll pick one to be featured. We need one for tomorrow night. So anybody in this game is not going to be competing tomorrow night. So if any of you guys DM me something, there's a good chance you can be shouted out tomorrow. So our question tonight is from Robin from a few weeks ago. I'm going to give, it's a really hard question.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it out for 12 points.
And Logan, are you looking for what are you looking for?
My bad.
Yeah, do the whole thing.
Let's go for, I need a first name of a castaway. And then another name.
Perfect. Wow, Logan, I'm so proud, bro. Great job. All right, go ahead,
Thank
Jill.
you.
All right, this is kind of a twofer. Which Survivor castaway named their child after the location in which they played, and what was that child's name?
Beautiful question. Thank you so much, Robin. Thank you for playing. Thank you for the question.
This is tough.
You only get to answer once, and the answer is not Rob.
This is a hard one. I don't think you can Google this.
Yeah.
So should we give a clue?
Yeah. If you know a clue, I'm gonna let you take the floor.
Okay. This person played in the first season of Survivor.
Okay. Yeah, it's not gonna be
20 seconds. 19.
If you know the season, you now know what the child's name
Need a
is.
child's name. So I need both names in the same line. Need both names, guys.
No,
Both
Need the name
names.
of the kid, not the name of the season.
the name of the kid.
5.
What does that name mean to him, Logan? Because Borneo is the name of the season, right? So,
It must have been
Two.
like the name of the island or something like that.
oh, okay.
1.5. One.
Dang.
Nothing. Sorry, you're out. It was Jervis, and the kid's name is Tiger.
Tiger.
Tiga.
I love that. Okay, Jervis.
Good
All
question.
right. Beautiful question. Thank you so much, Robin. All right, this next question.
Wow.
I'm looking for, oh, I love these questions. Jill will say an alumni person's name and also one of their tribes, and you will give a color. If Rob has played 100 times, make sure you listen to which tribe Jill says, his 6th tribe, his 10th tribe. Make sure you listen. That makes all the difference. You're going to give a color. This is going to go for just the specialty points. It has to go for at least 12. Go ahead.
This to me is hard, but what
Definitely.
was the color of Spencer Bledsoe's 3rd tribe?
Wow.
Jason, black.
Jason.
Jason
Here to
says black
play.
and black. Let's go.
Here to play.
Let's go. All right, this next
Yo,
question.
stop. Yo, it's crazy, right? Like the fact that they know this is wild.
Jill, I thought I was a super fan. I thought before I got casted that I was being casted because I was a super fan. These are the super fans. It's not me. Wow.
See that?
Yeah. And Logan, I'm gonna give it back to you for number 10 once again, and then you go ahead and roll into the scoreboard, bro. It's all you.
All right. So this next question is one of our trivia traditions. It's a throwback to a past episode of our trivia. We're reusing one of our questions from Leslie Neese's night on our Survivor trivia. If you guys go back and study, make sure you're watching our past episodes because every single episode we're going to reuse a question.
Wow. Listen to this man. This is the best intern in the world. Go ahead, Logan.
Good feeling.
All right. So I'm looking for, since it's the question that we used before, I want a first and last name. Does not need to be spelled correctly, but close enough.
Okay.
And I'm going to give it for 10 points.
Ooh. All right. Perfect. Go ahead, Jill.
Okay. Who was the only castaway in season 14, Survivor Fiji, not to be a recruit?
Wow. Yeah.
First and last name, guys.
Y'all didn't listen to the intern? I may
First and
take
last
points.
name, guys. First and last name.
It's his first episode asking questions. How can you not listen to him?
Wow.
Logan, should we take points? How do you feel? You're nicer than me.
I'm going to say no.
Zach
Okay.
gets it. Zach gets it.
Okay.
Zach gets it.
A benevolent intern.
Listen, guys, gotta listen.
Okay, Zach. I love that cheer there. All right, Logan, scoreboard's all you.
All right. So our first place person right now with 37 points is Jason.
Jason, where you at? Okay, Jason. Yeah.
All right. Following Jason with 23 is AJ.
Dylan is shook
then-
right now. Dylan is shook. He's hands on heads, like. Go ahead.
And we have 3 people with 10 points
Oh.
to bring up the rest of our scoreboard with Connor, Zach,
Okay.
and Justin.
Okay, Connor.
Right.
On
All
the
right.
board, Zach. All right,
And-
Justin.
Just so everyone's aware, there's currently only 5 people on the scoreboard. So in the next 10 questions, if nobody else gets a question right, those are the 5 going to Sunday.
Wow. Aaron, do you hear Logan?
I'm proud.
I'm proud too.
Speechless right now. He's literally growing up before our eyes. Kid
What a
graduates.
guy, right? Getting ready to
Yeah.
graduate high school, going to college, man. Wow, gosh. All right.
It said
Number 11.
senior picture in the yearbook. That's what did it.
That's your new profile pic in my phone, by the
Oh my
way.
goodness.
Yeah, that's how you show up forever now. All right, number 11. Ooh, when you say this word, Logan, explain this to me. Oh, okay, I got it. So you're gonna give, there's really no hint that I can give you for this.
No.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let Jill read it and you just need to listen carefully. Just listen, do what she says, basically. And this will go for 11 points. Go ahead.
All right. Can I just start off by saying, AJ, your game face is spectacular, man. You haven't smiled yet. You're just like all about it, man. So here, this is for you.
He's scaring
What
me,
was
yeah.
the alternate name of the Sabai Alliance in season 23 Survivor South Pacific?
Oh, okay, now I get it. I don't know if anybody will.
This is tough.
I remember them saying it on screen though, and I was like, that's the one.
Oh, that was close.
Ah, Zach, almost. It's
Oh my gosh. You guys are all way too young to get this.
right.
Damn,
AJ.
Zach. Christopher got it. I think Zach knew it. The 9 is near the 0, and Zach, unfortunately, if you got fingers that drift, that finger got you. It's
Damn.
90210, not 90219. I know you knew it. You knew it.
Different zip code, different show. Dang.
Beer. It's a beer. Zach, it's a beer. What are you
It
drinking?
is.
Hold it up.
It has to be the beer.
Some summer. Yeah, it's Shiner Lime. Nah,
yeah,
get rid of the lime beer.
you just started
Get rid of the lime
drifting. You just started
Cancel the lime
drifting.
beer. You're just drifting. It's like, 90219.
All right. Wow. This next one, number 13. Oh, wait, we haven't muted Aaron in a minute. Hold on. Okay. This next one, number 13.
We're on number 12.
Oh, we're number 12? Thank you, Logan. All right. So we're going to boost this. Oh, that's why. I see. So I'm looking for a numerical value. And since I skipped a number, I'm going to make it 13 points. Go ahead, Jill.
How many castaways from season 13 Survivor Cook Islands were from California?
That's quick math. Like, I feel like you know it or you don't.
All y'all guessing. Guess wrong.
Cook Islands.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 13.
Wow. Nobody
wrong.
gets on the board.
Nobody got it.
All right. This next
Dylan
question.
has good music taste.
Dylan? Oh,
Yeah,
he saw your
He
shirt?
said in the chat. But anyway, that was.
I love that. No, I saw it. Dylan
I mean,
went to the same
who gets
place.
0? Have they ever had a season where they didn't have anybody from California? Like,
I don't
never.
think so.
I feel
I
like
don't think
every
so.
season, every season has.
They have a bunch of recruits.
That's
Most
where you,
seasons.
that's where you
California.
pick them up at, just in the cafes and out on the boardwalk, I feel like, in LA. All right, number 13, I'm looking for, I love this question. Somebody on the jury voted for somebody to win. You are going to give me that person's first and last name spelled correctly for 6 points. Go ahead, Jill.
Who did Dan Rangering vote to win Survivor?
First and last.
Andrew.
Beautiful.
Andrew. Nick
Nice.
Wilson. Nick
Done.
Wilson.
What?
I love that. That was quick. Charky, I don't know. It's because your name is like that, bro. It's because your name. We don't know who Charlie is.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. This next question, number 14, and then we'll get 2 more questions before scoreboard check. We're looking for, this is just a classic throwback. I want to give it for 12 points for the nostalgia of it all. And you're going to give me, the answer is blank, blank, blank. It is 3 blanks. Nothing necessarily has to be spelled correctly. Go ahead.
What is the name of the podcast hosted by Rob Sesternino and Josh Wigler? Ooh, too fast.
Oh, we got it. All right. So we got wiggle room and no wiggle room. Missy, which one do you want to go with?
I said blank, blank, blank.
AJ. The wiggle room.
AJ. Where's Andrew? Andrew, do you hate me? I don't even see you. You don't hate me. I understand. Okay. But all right.
Andrew's like, I hate you.
He's like, all right. So Aaron, I'm going to mute you for speaking for Andrew. You see how upsetting? I feel like you'll never mute me again. You see how frustrating it is? I love you. Next question, we'll bring Aaron back when he calms down. This next question is number 15. After this, we get one more scoreboard check. I am looking for, this question is about ages on Survivor. Fun fact, I was the youngest member on my tribe on my season. All right. First name, spelled correctly, it's going to go for 10 points. Go ahead. And we'll bring Aaron back so he doesn't cry.
Who was the youngest castaway on season 7 Survivor Pearl Islands?
Christopher got it. Dara.
Did
Sarah
I
Johnson.
say spelled correctly, Logan?
You did say spelled correctly.
Beautiful. Then I believe it's Jason.
Jason.
Who spelled it wrong?
Sorry, Christopher.
Don't say sorry. You see how he's being nice as he's being muted? He wants friends. You ain't got to say sorry. Christopher, come on, man. He's like, no, I got you, Missy. I know. I feel that. Give Christopher 2 points because he really just owned that for me. Please. I like that. I like that. All right. This next question, Andrew's like, Missy, what the fuck? This next question, I'm looking for, no, Logan, cut me off. Scoreboard check.
Scoreboard check. All right.
Oh, Aaron, you're muted. I just forget. Hold on.
All right. So currently in first place with 47 points is Jason.
Okay.
Second place with 35 is AJ.
Okay, AJ, in the fight.
Then third place with 13 is Christopher.
Okay, Christopher.
Then we have Connor, Zach, and Justin, each with 10, and Andrew with 6.
Okay, love that. Love that.
Natalie, I see you, girl. Where you at? Let's go.
Oh, Natalie, I saw your Instagram post. Thank you so much. I'm going to post it after this live. All right. This next question, we're at 16. Okay, so I'm looking for, oh, love this season, love this tribe. This is going for 11 points because I'm biased. First name, love this player. First name spelled correctly, or I will deduct points. That's it. Go ahead.
All right. Who was the only member of the Foa tribe on the jury?
Wow.
Here we go. Jason with Jason.
Jason with Jason. I love that. How fitting. Dang, how salty would you be, Aaron, to be the only person
Heated.
not wanting to vote? I'll quit. I don't want my check. I'm done. Yeah. Wow. All right. This next question, I'm looking for what I didn't know this, Logan. So this is gonna go for 15 points. If you know this, I feel like you either play a lot of the Survivor mini games or you do something at your college involving Survivor, or you just live it. 15 points. The answer is blank. Logan, spelled correctly?
I think it has to be spelled correctly.
Has to be spelled correctly, says intern. Go ahead, Jill.
You sure? Okay.
Don't make Logan mute you.
It wasn't COVID. Okay. What is the name of the iconic font used to write Survivor on the current Survivor logo?
Jason.
Jason.
Survivance. Wow.
Wow. Do they own that?
Zach, drink up more. Just keep going, Zach. Yeah,
drink it. Going. Pop one for me, bro.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Don't stop. Hold it up. Make sure it's empty. All right, let's see it. There we go. It's Friday, guys. Atta boy.
Very true. Very true.
Zach, can we give Zach 2 points?
I'm glad you asked. So because you asked, I'm gonna say yes.
Okay. Here we go.
And Kenny picks up the drink. Yes, guys, I have one as well. All right. This next question. We're on number 18. And so I'm gonna do 2 more questions and then I'm turning everything over to Jill. She has a plethora of questions for you all, and she's going to announce the point value and give you the hints. All right. And then Jill, at that time, if you have anything that you want to hype, anything you want to say, talk about podcasts going on in your life, quarantine going on in your life, please take the time. And then after that, we'll transition into the Q&A. Okay. That was well worded. Wow. I could take Aaron's job, guys. Let me mute him. Hold on. This next one, I'm looking for what? I didn't know that. I'm excited. Okay. I'm gonna give this for 13 points. You need to spell everything correctly. And that's all I'm gonna say. Go ahead.
What was the first sitcom in which Jeff Probst made a guest appearance?
That's crazy. This man is low-key famous. Wow. Was he also in 1.5 Men?
He was in 2.5 Men.
He was in 2.5 Men.
Oh my gosh. What else was he in?
That would have been my guess.
2.5 Men. Nobody's getting it, Aaron. You want to give him a count?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the answer is How I Met Your Mother.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
I wouldn't have. I would have guessed 2.5 men.
Yep. All right. My last question before we turn it over to Jill. I'm looking for a numerical value. Do we need calculators? We don't. Logan, could you give some type of hint or describe why they would know this for the group?
I mean, I found it on the Survivor website and on the Survivor wiki, so it's out there. It's very, very hard to find though, so I think we should give like a ton of points.
Okay.
You either know it, they either know it, they don't.
Okay. Wow. All right. So numerical value, I feel like this helps. The numerical value is a 3-digit number, And this is gonna go, I'm feeling 12 points. Go ahead.
How much money did Survivor Castaways spend on food in the Survivor auction of season 28, Survivor Cagayan?
I love the wording, Logan, because you can't guess ahead of time which season, so you can like hurry up and, get there.
Mm.
Not seeing the right number yet.
We want to give points to whoever gets closest for this one.
Yeah,
Definitely.
sure. We'll do that. 10,
Definitely.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's it. So the person that was closest is Kenny with 380. The answer was 360.
Wow. Great question.
Ridiculous question, but wow.
That's insane. All right. So Logan's going to give us one more scoreboard check. We're going to see where the points are. Top 5, you are moving on to the championship on Sunday. Once your name is said, when we're all said and done and read, please drop your email privately to Logan so we can put you into the championship on Sunday. If your name is read, drop your email privately in the chat. All right. So Jill, at this point, you can ask anything you want, whatever you want, how many you want. You can assign a point value of 10 to 30 to the number of your season, to the age of your kids, anything you want. You do whatever you want. Go ahead.
Okay. The first question, I was told that y'all are supposed to study up on me and my season. So here we go. The first question will be worth 15 points total, 10 for the first part, 5 for the second part. I was an athlete in college. The first part is 10 points if you tell me what sport I participated in. There's a 5-point bonus if you tell me what position or event I was in.
Love that. Only answering once, or are we giving them as many answers as they
I'm
want?
sorry. I guess only answering once. Same rules as you. Sorry.
Okay, perfect. No, it's right now, it's your game.
Yep. So Jill, can you see the chat coming in?
All right, so I believe Connor gets track and field.
Mm-hmm.
Connor was correct. There's an
All right.
extra 5 points for the event. Oh,
Whoa.
Zach.
Okay,
Zach is
Zach.
traveling.
Let's go, Zach.
There we go. That's, hey, the beer.
Wow.
You're welcome, Zach. You're welcome. It was the beer.
Zach might be my fan favorite right now.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm loving Zach. All right, another question for us, Jill.
All right, so we're done with the points because I only came with like one question to add the points. So the part of trivia is over. I did, however, bring swag. So this is, yeah, I know, right? Survivor socks, the envy of everyone in the room. So because I'm an athlete and I don't know, I like socks. If you can tell me what sport my youngest son did, these socks are yours.
Wow.
Wow. Let's go.
We have a lot of soccers in there. I'm hyped. Can I answer?
Am I allowed to answer?
Cross.
Logan, you can
Sure.
answer too.
Basketball, hockey, football,
Wrestling.
baseball, wrestling.
Oh,
What is
Logan,
it?
water polo. Yeah,
Water
where's
polo.
Logan?
Oh,
Yeah,
Logan.
Logan
Logan's
took socks.
Logan takes the socks. I'm dead. So Logan, we gotta give.
That's why Logan is in the position that he's in right now, because he is a super fan amongst all super fans.
Water polo. You got socks for me? Water polo. Like that's what Logan said. But Logan, to be fair,
Yeah. I had to do research on Jill, so I don't think that I should reasonably be able to accept that.
I feel that.
What's okay? I have more swag. Okay, so a whole T-shirt, brand new. I unfolded it. Okay, so I played Fortnite with a group of Survivor fans, and they think this question is too hard and not fair.
Oh wow.
So I didn't think I didn't think so, because if you, did any of y'all read my thread on sucks? Is anybody that old to go back to when the only information?
I'm on sucks, but which thread was this?
It was, oh gosh, the doctor is in, and it was basically, because before you got on Survivor, and a long time ago, so I was on 21, so it was 10 years ago, there was no social media. I mean, Facebook had like just come out, and so there's no information. So people used to go on this website called Survivor Sucks, and they would say, the calls are going out, the calls have stopped, and this is where like you would get your information. And so I got a ton of information about LA and what goes on, and I really think it helped me get on the show, because I went there kind of fully prepared for what I was expecting. Not so much the show, but getting on the show. So anyway, and when I got back, I started a thread on Survivor Sucks. It was just kind of like a Q&A to just have people ask questions. And it was just kind of, I told some stories and stuff. And I have talked about it a little bit on Reddit and stuff. So, I mean, this data is out there if you've studied it. So I'm going to go ahead and ask the question.
And if no one gets it, I'm so sorry. If no one gets it, I think it truly is fair for Logan to swoop in at the very, very end, but don't play right now. Okay, go ahead, Jill.
That's fun.
Okay. What are the first and last names of the quitters on my season?
Oh.
Logan knows it. We got Nyanka and Purple Kelly. Nyanka, Kelly Cheyenne. Nyanka Kelly.
I think
Nyanka,
Purple Kelly.
I have it.
Ginny's Mason.
You said just the last names?
Nyanka Kelly.
I said the names of the quitters on my season. Gosh, this is so hot. Ugh.
I don't know the answer to this question.
I have it.
Okay.
You have it. Is anything correct, Logan?
They have 2 of the 3.
Oh, there's 3? Okay, so no fan has the answer. Being clear, are you guys done? Jill, is it accurate to say that nobody got it right?
I think Logan got it right.
Can I answer?
Yeah,
definitely.
Go ahead.
Wow.
I said it right before I hit enter, but
wow, Jimmy Johnson, that's right.
Yeah,
oh,
to vote him out on day 6.
Wow.
Dang. Okay. All right. Wow.
So,
you want to come up with
anybody,
a question, Jill?
I'm pretty sure.
Well, I will give the t-shirt away. Give me a minute to talk about think about another question. So, does anybody want to hear about that? Is that something you want me to talk about? Because Jason is all like,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So, I mean, and he's a great guy, and it's not like he like quit, but after day 6, he even says, I mean, and he's a great guy, Jimmy Johnston. Like when I first met him, it was so funny because I walk in and I see this guy and he kind of like smiled at me. And so before you go on the show, you have this like quiet time. You're not allowed to talk. You're not allowed to wink, smile, anything, So this guy like gave me this big smile, and I thought, oh my God, I know this guy. I'm like, of all the people, of all the gin joints in the world, I walk in and there's this guy and they're not going to let me be on the show because we know each other and da-da-da-da-da. And I didn't know like where he was from. And so I started going through like all my teachers and all my coaches. And then when I got to football at Kent State, it all just clicked. I was like, oh wait, that's Jimmy Johnston. And it took me a while, And so he was just like the most over the top kind of like great guy. But he would say, like, I don't even leave my house for $50,000 as far as like speaking engagements and stuff.
Wow.
So he's got obviously a pampered life, and he's a super fan. So after 6 days in the rain, and Nicaragua is Spanish for shithole, as it turns out, it was just like, I don't know. You guys were in Fiji, weren't you?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Nicaragua is just horrific. But
So he was like, it's not worth it.
Well, he just came to us and he said, I've had enough. And we're like, really? And he's like, yeah.
Damn.
And so like if you watch my what?
That's
Just
crazy.
wow. Yeah, wow.
Yeah. And it doesn't kind of make sense because if you watch my season, there's this edit and like we're maybe going to vote out Dan, who is very physically weak, and it's just like unanimous against JJ. And it's because if somebody wants to like fall on their sword at this point, it's like anybody but me, right? So you're going to like vote him out. So yeah, he quit. And that was obviously something that you wouldn't publicize or they wouldn't know. And it's not a knock on him. He had just had enough. So, but only like somebody who maybe followed a lot of Nicaragua or would read anything from anybody from my season would know that. But how did you know that, Logan?
I was reading through your Ask Me Anything on Reddit to try to come up with some questions to ask about you. And that
okay.
you answered.
Thorough. The intern is thorough.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So real quick, we're gonna do the scoreboard. We're listing off the top 5, moving on to Sunday, competing for the championship. If you are that top 5, drop your emails. Go ahead, Logan, give it to us.
All right. In 5th place with 13 points, we have Christopher Mabry. Congratulations, you've made Sunday finals.
Let's go, bro. Let's go, Chris.
All right. And 17 points. In 4th place, we have Zach Zoda. Is it Zoda?
Okay,
Yes,
Zach.
that is what I'm talking about.
Zach Zoda with the
Yeah.
code. Let's go.
Come on Sunday with the beer. Come on Sunday with the beer.
2 beers. 2. All right, go ahead, Logan.
All
3.
right. Place with 20 points. We have Connor.
Let's go, Connor. Let's go, Connor.
All right. Our 2nd place finisher with 35 points is AJ.
I love that.
And our
Okay, AJ.
1st place finisher with 73 points is Jason.
I love that.
How old is Jason? I need to know.
Jason, how old are you? Where is he at?
I'm 16.
Wait, I'm so sorry. Jason, 1 second. Aaron, do you have your own controls back?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
All right, all right, Jason, go ahead. He makes everything so not fun. He somehow can now control the chat. So go ahead, Jason.
I'm 16.
Gosh.
All right, y'all. It's time for the Q&A. I was gonna steal it from Aaron, but somehow he has regained control at some point. So I'm just gonna go ahead and let him talk. You want to walk us through the Q&A and also what they're planning for on Sunday?
All right. So those 5, if you guys can type your email into the chat box, that'd be great. You guys are going to be playing for the spot in our Winners at War competition, our Survivor Trivia competition, which will eventually feature all Survivor winners as our host. So we're going to pull in past Survivor winners to be our featured host, and you guys will compete with all other winners from past competitions. It's going to be ferocious and furious. I hope you're excited. So make sure you put your email into that chat box. What we're going to do now is we're going to take time for questions. So all you have to do is you can either raise your virtual hand or raise your physical hand. Missy will unmute you guys because I don't have the power to unmute you guys, but she'll have to unmute you guys and we'll work through. So if you do have a question, raise your hand, or your virtual hand, you can raise your hand and we'll get through them.
Perfect.
Let's go. The
And
floor is yours.
also in the chat, you see where it says to everyone, click the arrow. You can click to Logan personally, and that's who you drop your email to. No need to give everybody your emails. All right, so who has the first question? Okay, Jason, here you go.
My question is for Jill. I was recently looking through all the Nicaragua stuff for this, and my question for you is, what's your opinion on the Medallion of Power? What do you think about it? Good twist, bad twist?
Oh, it was horrific. I think they did it because they wanted to protect JJ, right? He was their flagship. They built an entire season around him, right? They took age and they put a bunch of athletic older people around him, and they put, my personal opinion is they put Dan Lembo next to him so that he'd have a buffer, you know, as being an older person, someone very unathletic who would go first. And they expected us to use it, and they expected us to be an advantage, and it didn't get used. And there was one time when if we would have used it, we were so far behind, you know, it just was never going to work. So it's awful, and I don't think they've ever done it again. Have they?
No,
Yeah,
Tyler
that's
Perry
true.
made it, right?
Yeah, it was
I think he was
awful.
on Amazing Race.
You what?
Was he on Amazing Race? I don't think he was on Survivor.
Tyler Perry?
I'm thinking of somebody else.
But
Oh,
yeah,
no. Tyler Perry is, yeah, Medea. He's a huge fan of Survivor, and he created that, the concept of the medallion. Thank you, Jason. All right, anybody else? Kenny's like, wow, Missy. Okay, info. Thank you. Anybody else? Okay, AJ. Here we go, bro.
Yeah, so I was wondering, Joe, who was your favorite player to play with?
well, to play with on my season. I mean, I don't mean to be like an idiot, but on Nicaragua.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay. To play with, well, obviously Marty, right? Because I went out there and for some reason it's just so weird, and Nikki and Aaron Missy and Aaron can probably attest to this, that you go out there and you think that you're going to hit it off with someone, like you have this week together and you have eye contact and stuff, and then somebody opens their mouth, or you're just like, oh my gosh, and so Marty and I click like instantly and are friends to this day. And it's just, for me, it's weird. Like, I'm super loyal, so I have my people, and like, these are my people and this is my person. And so he was my person. And it's weird because I've done some like backyard survivor games, like Bob Crowley has one up in Maine, and I actually they put a group of survivors on there. And it was myself, Joe Klug, Roseanne Robinson, Brooke Struck, Nina Porsche, and Jamie Newton. And I feel closer to those 6 or those 5, 6, including me, than I do almost anyone on my season. And I can't really explain it. And I'm sure Aaron and Missy, if you obviously you're close to each other, and you have this special thing with your seasons, but you get really close to people on other seasons. That the whole Survivor community is this vast array of like incredibly beautiful, talented, outgoing, just really, really, I don't know. It's just this really cool. Yeah, there's just something, And I tell people all the time, because they send me videos like, will you critique this and stuff? And I always tell them, you never leave a party going like, which one of those people was on Survivor? And it's just like, oh, that guy or that girl, or, there's just this it factor, if you will. And, I don't know where I was going with this. Sorry, what was the question?
No, yeah, I love that. I think that answered it.
Well, you just get to be really close, and it's not always people on your season. So if I had to guess, like I ended up doing kids going through. I ended up being really close to Joel Klug from Survivor Borneo. He was like my Marty on this season, and we did there what we were not able to do on in Nicaragua in that mini season, is just have a really good alliance and do well. So I guess my answer would be Marty and Joel.
Good question. Yeah, I think definitely you meet so many as fans. I think everybody who plays is a fan in some way. So I was super excited to get to meet and hang out with people like Bryce and Wendell, and getting to meet them and not having to play against them and vote them out. It's nice. It's just really comforting, I feel like, Yeah. Dylan has his hand raised. I'm gonna bring him in. All right, Dylan. Go ahead, bro.
Hey. All right, first off, I want to say thank you for hosting.
Of course, thank you for playing.
I have a question for Jill as well. If you could change anything that you did during your time on the show, what would you have changed?
Wow, deep. I like that.
Oh, where do I start?
Right.
I mean, and this is the kind of thing, like as an athlete, I used to race bikes afterwards, and you'd play the race over in your head. And I don't know, Miss, if you do this with games, or Aaron, if you compete, this is like, if I'd have taken that shot or this, or move cut left instead of cut right. So, and you do this with Survivor, like over and over in your head. And some people like sort of never get over that. They're never able to let it go. And I think it's a healthy response to like do it and move on. So I made so many mistakes as a fan. Like I wasn't a recruit, I was an applicant for years and years and years. And so when I got out there, it's like I completely forgot how to play the game. It's like it was a tribe of old and young. And anytime they have these like black, white, race, male, female, there's going to be a shuffle, right? Anytime they have such strong lines on tribes. And it's like, I didn't plan for the shuffle. So I alienated all kinds of people on my tribe because we had numbers and I was feeling good. So there's that. Obviously, solving the idol clue and giving it to Marty was incredibly stupid. There was a time on my show, they didn't really show it, but Kelly B with the one leg, she came up to Marty and I at the well and was wanting to talk to us, and we were sort of paranoid and we didn't talk to her. And I think if we'd have made the move then, she'd have gotten Fabio and we would have, flipped the alliance. But I mean, Survivor's a bunch of coulda, shoulda, woulda. So I guess if one thing, if I'd have been able to just keep the idol for myself, I could have made it to the merge. And then who knows, because it was like such a mess, and my season was such a mess, really, right, with the quitters and everyone was, it was kind of a very atypical season. Yeah, I think I would have done that. And there's little things you can do. Like I would have fought so much harder, because there's never, like if I thought I was going home, I didn't think there was anything I could do about it. If I'd have gone to Sash and said, hey, listen, Marty has the idol, and he gave it to you to hold. And then if you vote him out, there's no one who has claim to that idol, and they would have voted Marty out. But I don't think I could play that way because I'm kind of loyal. So I made so many mistakes. I just don't even know where to start.
Good question.
The way it works, yeah. I feel like if you don't win, you're gonna play the woulda, coulda, shoulda. I think everybody.
Even the winners do it.
Yeah.
Even the winners do it. Like I was in South Africa with Wendell and he was talking about his game and his crappy edit. And I was like, you won. Like, how are you not satisfied with that? Like, they don't even like their games. I'm like, that's crazy.
It's everybody. Good question. All right, Connor, I saw you.
How about you two? Whoa.
Oh. Ooh. Connor, hold on. We'll come back.
Where's your point in your game?
Aaron?
Yeah, so for me, I think it boils down to not having a strong enough relationship with Elaine. So I felt very, very tight with Missy, and I knew that Missy and I were good. Like we were going to be good up to a certain point. But Elaine was extremely loyal, and I had crossed her and essentially just decimated that loyalty. And Lauren and Tommy swooped in and basically picked her up and told her, all the shenanigans that we were doing. I think if I would have come clean and sat down with Elaine and told her straight up, like, look, nobody's taking me to the end. Nobody's taking you to the end. We're outnumbered right now. We got to come together. You can tell Lauren and Tommy what they want to hear, but at the end of the day, you and I we gotta do this. And if I would have made a pledge to her to ride that game out with her, I think that would have put me in a position where I could have built up some more trust with Lauren and potentially not have Lauren flip on me when I got separated. So I think it boils down to me just not getting tighter and closer with Elaine, because I think I could have repaired that relationship. I just didn't put the effort into doing it.
That's beautiful. Mine would have to be not Elaine necessarily. She was in my alliance. Same explanation for Aaron, but I think I will always, for a good chunk of my life, I'm 25, always just regret any type of move I made about, for, or with Karishma. I think that is how I went home. I know for sure that's how I went home. I was just so hell-bent on dragging her to the end, that at our 5-5 split, I didn't even realize, dude, if you just don't do anything, they want her gone so bad, they're not even going to target you. They targeted me because I wanted her to keep her so bad that they were like, she has to go. Why would you want Karishma that bad? So I wish, I'm actually playing a virtual online game with Karishma right now, and it almost makes me skeptical because is she going to come for me? Is she not? So yeah, Karishma will always be my
Karishma. Your white whale?
Yeah, it's just Karishma, man. And then the circles that we dropped on, I came in second place. I had the circles rebuilt. I had somebody build me that challenge. And sometimes I'll go stand in my backyard for quite a while, just staring at a wall, doing the circle, truly just trying to make sure I'll never drop this ball again. So yeah, that's definitely my two. All right, Connor, my bad for cutting you off, bro. I'm bringing you in.
You're good. So I have just two quick questions. My first question is, like, during the game, you said that, like, I want to carry Karishma because I can beat her. Do you think, like, in general with Survivor contestants, they have this mentality of, like, who can I beat? Or why don't they have, like, the self-confidence of, like, I can beat anybody? And then also for Jill, how close was the Kelly B flip from happening, and who did you have in mind for targeting if that actually worked?
Wow, two beautiful, specific questions. I'll let Jill bring it up as our celebrity co-host at the end. So for me, in the game, it's very clear. I think for us in our season, it was nice to drag, maybe I shouldn't say drag Karishma, but to take Karishma just because someone like Aaron, I love Aaron. Aaron is my best friend in real life. Would I really want to sit in the final with him? Am I confident I can beat him? Yeah. Aaron's not going to get no votes if he sit next to me, but I'm for sure going to get all the votes if I'm sitting next to Karishma. So when you're in a game, you kind of want to stack it that way. Yes, I'm confident I could beat anybody on my cast, truly. But there are people that you know for sure, when it comes down to $1 million, it's sometimes nice to take as many factors out as possible. No one would give her votes compared to players who were actually working, actually building the shelter, actually feeding people, competing, helping out, right? Someone like Aaron, what if I have a bad night? Nora had a bad night. She should have won. She couldn't speak. For whatever reason, she got in her head. She got scrambled. What if I'm sitting next to good competitors like Aaron? Aaron is pretty much it. And and I have a bad night and I can't speak for whatever reason. I can't tell my story. I can't talk about my brain tumor. I can't talk about being fluent in another language or why I wanted to win, why I deserve to win. What if I get scared? That does happen. You're starving. You're almost 40 days into living in the jungle. And then for some reason, this fool knocks it out the park and I don't have this mute button anymore. You don't want to risk that. I know I can beat him. I'm sure I can beat him and I love him, right? And that's having your own personal self-confidence. We all should have that. But it's a sure thing. Even if I speak poorly, even if I don't show up to tribal, if my name is on the seat and certain people are sitting next to me, I still win. And that's what I was looking for. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It completely does. I
Sweet.
get it.
Yeah, go ahead, Jill.
Just to steal her question, I think that that's a big theme that you see running through Survivor. All right, you've got short game and you've got long game, and you've seen people make mistakes both ways. And I think people have sacrificed their short game when they're looking at the long game. Who do I bring to the end? Who do I bring to the end? And then they go home.
Yeah.
You know, and then you have people who are all short game, like I just one more day, anybody but me, and they don't look, and then they're sitting next to somebody they can't beat. So it's obviously people who have the perfect mix, and that's hard to do. And Missy hit it on the head, because people are always like, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? And I'm like, all right, listen, if you want the Survivor's experience, like work all day, get in the shower with all your clothes on, take a shower, lie down on your floor, put all your broomsticks down first, get up every 2 hours, get back in the shower, don't eat anything. Do that for a week and let me know how good your brain power is, because it's so incredibly hard. Right?
That was really well explained too about short game and long game. I think we do sacrifice the other, and it proves Survivor is already so hard. You're living with strangers, you're not eating, but then you're also making these split-second decisions with no food, you know? So it's very easy to get fixated as well. For some reason, I was fixated on Karishma. I was fixated that if she is that number, for some reason in my head, the math was just me plus Karishma equals an outright blowout. And it turned me away from trying to build deeper connections with other people, like what Aaron was saying about Elaine. So yeah, great question.
Aaron, how much weight did you lose?
I lost 27.
Okay.
Odd.
Wow. And then did you have a two-part, Connor?
Okay, sorry. Kelly B. Probably not as if we would have said even a peep, it would have been fine, because there were 7 of us, I think, Sash, Brenda, Kelly, against her, Fabio, me, and Marty. Oh, and Jane. But I think that we could have, she said she was going to work on it. She said she would have gotten Fabio and maybe Purple Kelly. The thing is when we got there, Brenda and Sash were kind of running it, and they were very smart. They kept everyone together, much like Rob Mariano did in, this season. And so we thought they were all aligned. We thought it was pretty much impenetrable. And then Jane hated us, so she wasn't working with us. So we were basically just like, we're screwed. What can we do? What can we do? So we just tried to be as unobtrusive as possible, which is a terrible way to play. Like if you're there and you know you're screwed, then just blow it up and just see what happens. So we played and chalked it up to another one. Add that to my list of mistakes.
I love that. Blow it up and see what happens. Like, why not?
Absolutely.
All right. I want to give Faceless Justin some time. Let me see if I can get him on here. Justin, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, Justin. All right, go ahead.
Who inspired you guys to apply for Survivor?
Great question, Jill.
I think just the show, because my sister, I didn't actually watch the first season. My sister-in-law called me and she's like, you've got to watch the show. And it was on the Amazon and we were hooked. And I looked at it. And at the time, like, especially being good friends with Joel, because he was able to tell me, like, it was just so different. Like, if you guys talk to people, like, you probably talked to Jervis and people who, and how different it was back then. And so I thought it was just kind of like outdoorsy adventure thing, so I'm like, I hunt, I'm an athlete, this would be so great. And it was, by the time I got on, it was so much not that. So, and I had applied for years, actually. Here's a good story for you who didn't read my Reddit, is I applied, and they're kind of interested because you're a doctor and you're, if you kind of get on their radar, they kind of like you. I don't know what your guys' path was, but so they'd call, and this was back when SEG used to go out to different cities. So you go to Chicago and interview with a local affiliate, like a bunch of people, and then they go to Pittsburgh and wherever was nearest to your house. And so I actually got called like 3 or 4 times, and I applied during a time when Survivor didn't have a lot of like really good females on. They were like not good at challenges, and they were just kind of, it was sucky, you know. It was like, can you name any good female from like the Survivor 6 to 19, like who just like rocked out challenges? There weren't that many. So I had won this big bike race, and you get like a special jersey for it, kind of like a green jacket in the Masters. So I put it on. It's really stunning, and I was like, you know, like, and I was at the time 49, so I was still pretty athletic. And I was like, you know, for God's sake, you're doing a horrible service to women. I'm like, if you don't put me, then just please put someone and that doesn't suck at challenges. Didn't hear a peep, not a peep, nothing. I'm like, that's it. I'm done with Survivor. And I just packed it up and moved on with my life. A year later, my phone rings on voicemail. They're like, this is Survivor. Are you still interested? So naturally, you know, go. And what happened was they're building that athletic older team around Jimmy Johnson. Telling you, keep applying. You're not what we're looking for. Truly, they mean it. You know, you're just not fitting that time. And then eventually you're gonna fit the time.
Well, all right, good answer. Mine,
Absolutely.
how we got casted. Mine is just super wild, super quick. I had just came off my brain tumor. I was feeling like anything I go for in life, I'm gonna get. I went to bed one night, I had a dream, and the dream was specifically exactly what I need to put in this audition tape, literally to the T. I called a friend who has a camera because I had no idea how to edit, and he came over to my apartment in Seattle. And within 2 hours, we filmed it. He cut it, did the voiceover. The next morning, I was driving into my office and I got a call and I thought it was spam, and it was actually the producers. And so, yeah, it was really quick. From that call, I was on the show within 3 or 4 months. So super wild, super crazy. I truly didn't think that it was real. So yeah, Aaron.
So the person that inspired me to apply goes back to season 2, Colby Donaldson. At the time, I was 19 years old, so I was too young to apply. The cutoff was 21 at the time. And just watching him dominate the challenges, and just from an athlete standpoint, at the time I was a sophomore in college, and I watched this man who was just completely idolized by everybody in the entire country just go on TV and just dominate challenges. So for me, Survivor, when I first started watching, was about the challenges. It was I will get on, I will play, and I'm going to win more than Colby. Like, I'm going to win all the challenges. Nobody's going to beat me in anything. So for me, that's what really, really drove me to put together that audition tape, which was, I think my first audition tape was in 2004, maybe season like 7 or 8, 8 or 9, there around. That was my first time auditioning for Survivor, but it was really Colby. Like, Colby sat in my mind, he sat in my head. I visioned myself being in Colby Donaldson and like being a household name and people naming their kids after me and winning challenges. So yeah, that was my inspiration.
Wow, I'm so sorry, Dylan.
You ever met him?
I have not. I've never met him. No.
Does he come to events?
I'd love to.
Not really. I've never met him.
You know, people name their kids after him so much. Jeff said that on season 20, like just kids and dogs being named Colby left and right. And Dylan, I'm so sorry. I don't inspire myself. Kim was my inspiration to apply. Kim, and then yeah, myself too.
And I was actually let down on season 20 when Colby just got annihilated,
demolished, left
literally,
and right.
It took, like what James said, it was like you watch Superman, like your superhero just get destroyed. That's how I felt watching it. Was just like seeing him get worked by Coach just crushed me. It just crushed me. It was almost like
Coach.
I wish you didn't go on, you know.
Wow, shook. That would be like playing with Kim.
Yeah.
And realizing that she's not what I thought. It just would be soul crushing. I think I would have to quit the game. Like Kim Spradlin.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I would want my image of her and my edit of her in my mind, and for her to be the reason why I played. I would want her out there slitting throats. Like I would be honored to get voted out if Kim was the one to do it. I would love that. All right, Charky, I'm unmuting you right now. And then, oh my gosh, Charky, hold on. Kenny, I feel like I've gone over you twice. Take the floor. Charky, after Charky, if anybody else has a question, drop in the chat. And then we're going to be wrapping up pretty soon. Go ahead, Kenny.
All good, Missy. So really, my quick question is, so once you got the call, like, hey, we looked at your tape, you guys are going to be on Survivor. What's one thing you wish you had, obviously you start preparing. What's one thing you wish you had done to prepare that maybe you didn't do to prepare? Because obviously you know it's going to be a taxing experience. So
yeah,
one thing looking back, you wish, I wish I'd done that before I got out there.
Great question. Thank you. All right, Jill.
I mean, other than just not playing like a moron, I mean, I really like put a lot into it. Like when I went out to interview for casting, like I'm real cerebral about everything. And so I looked up the emails of like all the casting directors, found out where they went to college. I had a Northwestern shirt for, or I had a Syracuse shirt for Lynn. I had a Northwestern shirt for the other guy. I mean, so I did like all this work. I quit caffeine like week before because you could get a headache and withdrawal. I like put on 20 pounds for the role. So, and I tried to keep my cardio up. So I feel like I did everything but play the game. It was just so moronic. So I don't know.
Something that we didn't do. I think for me, I needed more weight. Weight's been my word, I feel like, for the past year. By day 24, our really, really bad cold night, there was nothing left of me but my spine. And you wouldn't want to lay next to me for warmth, for comfort, or anything. I was just wasting away. So I was really, really bad just by day 24. So I don't even know if physically, I think if you watched one of Eric's seasons, he was taken out and we found out it was later about penicillin. I feel like maybe I would have been taken out eventually if I would have lasted the extra week and a half because I was getting pretty small. Aaron?
For me, it was just not being prepared for the cold and the wet and the rain. I probably would have like forced myself to just go to bed like after taking a cold shower, sleep on the ground with like no clothes on to just get ready, just to prepare yourself mentally for how actually like bone chilling cold you are. And just there's no sleeping. You don't sleep and it's so wet. And if you don't have a good spot in the shelter, it's miserable. It's just pure misery. So I think just maybe preparing more for the psychological toll that would take, because I was pretty good with no food. I was mentally strong there. I could have physically continued. Like there's no issues there. I felt like, you know, from a social standpoint, I know how to interact with people. I mean, I could have done a better job, obviously, but yeah, I think it's just being ready for the cold. It sucks. It sucks.
Wow, yeah, the cold. Aaron left us freezing and left us dead one night. He left me and Elizabeth to die one night. So the cold is real.
I let him know. At least I tapped him on the shoulder and I said, "Yo, guys, I can't stay in here," because we were in a shelter. It was me, Missy, and Elizabeth, and I was booking, and then Missy was in the middle. That's why she's so mad, because she was in the middle. She had body heat from both sides.
That's good.
So I bookend and I just tapped Missy and I was like, "Yo, like I can't do this anymore. I have to go do something other than this because this is not going to work for my life." So
me and Elizabeth just cried.
I got up and like I left, and they just cried.
Like real like this woman held me, I held her, and we took turns. Like, you cry now. Okay, you cry now. Like we just did that all night. All right, Sharky, and then we had one more to finish us off from Christopher. All right, go ahead, Sharky.
This is for Jill. What is Jane like on an island?
Jane is a complex person. She had a very obviously complex edit, right? Because they gave her kind of the favorable edit as this kind of like North Carolina kind of general genial kind of backwoods girl that's a dog trainer, and then she goes and burns the camp down. So that is a very vengeful, not nice person, not a nice thing to do, right? She for some reason did not like Marty, and I was sort of the collateral damage for that, because she and I were okay and we're fine now, and she's very nice now, but she would be someone that she would be difficult to play with, is I guess how I would phrase that. Fan favorite. So she got this weird edit because it was positive, but you can see how she really wasn't nice. And then there was some mortgage gate where Sash said he'd pay off her mortgage and it was done off camera. And so to this day, I don't really know what happens because it all occurred after, you know, I was long gone. So I don't really know the bottom of it, but there's some rumors that's why that she's never been back, even having been fan favorite. I don't know.
Wow, good question, Sharky, getting that tea.
Oh, tea.
All right.
Yeah, tea.
This last question of the night, and then Jill, can you stay on with us, the host, after everybody signs out? All
sure.
right.
I'm gonna need addresses from who won my stuff. I had it written down here.
Yes. If you won merch, can you please PM privately to Jill? Yeah. All right. And then Christopher, see if I can get you unmuted. Nope. It doesn't want to go. Oh. No, it's not working. Chris, try typing it out. Oh,
Chris, can you unmute yourself?
Yeah. Okay.
Wow,
I think
Missy.
it worked.
Jesus.
All right,
Christ.
go ahead,
It's
Chris.
it's a button that says mute, and you push it, and that unmutes.
Right.
I
I
pressed
got.
it. Go ahead,
got you.
Chris. We don't have to listen to him.
What was a moment on your season that fans didn't get to see? Like, what was something you did that fans didn't see on the show?
Great question, bro. All right. Go ahead, Jill.
There's a couple for me. Marty and Eve and I were actually in an alliance, and for some reason we got separated from her after the tribe swap. So I don't think it played into the narrative of like me and Marty, and we had the idol and stuff. So they really didn't show any of that. But the three of us were kind of solid. And then what they didn't show, obviously, Mortgagegate. And I feel like they have a hard time capturing the misery, you know, like Aaron said, like you can't even, and my kids hate it now because they'll be like, we're starving. I'm like, you're hungry. I was starving. There's a difference, you know, like, like when you're starving, it's, and I tell people like, what is it really like? I'm like, if you read Harry Potter, I think the Dementors where they're sucking your soul and it's like, it really, I mean, you have no energy. You're like depressed. It's just like the most awful thing in the world because your body's basically eating itself. So what was the question? Sorry, I ramble.
I love that, Chris.
What was something that you did that wasn't shown?
Oh yeah, okay. So my edit. So I basically got edited as Marty's little bitch, you know. So what I regret in that is because he's the storyteller and he's the one, you know. What they didn't show, it looked like I tried to play like because I was at the time very athletic and I thought like a female threat like after the merge. It's not often, but Missy, you know what that's like, you know, like we gotta get rid of this person even over the like guys. And so I tried to play like really weak and really passive. And so we do stuff and the guys hated him. So I'd have to run around and like smooth things over and get everybody like all calm down. And they didn't show any of that. It just showed like me being like, oh yeah, whatever you say, and which I was doing because I wanted him to think I was in his pocket and everything. So I feel bad because I sort of played myself into that edit. And I think that was that short game, long game stuff. I was looking at long game and I was paying no attention to my short game. You know, I alienated Jane and Holly and didn't see the tribe swap coming. And it was just so dumb. So I wish that they'd have showed a little more of my game, but I think everybody thinks I've got this great game going, you know, and then they get their edit and they're like, what is this, you know?
Definitely. And the edit is so different from what typically actually happens. So yeah, great question. Great question. All right, guys. And Natalie, no question? Okay. Thank you for playing. Okay. All right, y'all. That wraps up our trivia night, top 5. We will see y'all on Sunday. We already have your emails. Thank y'all for joining us and we will see y'all later. All right, Jason, Kenny, Nathan, Connor, Zach, AJ, Dylan, Charky. Dylan's like, follow me right now. Justin, I'll see y'all later. Oh, message? Got you. See you.
See you guys.
Dylan's like, I messaged you. Like I slid into your DMs. Like, come on.
All right. Thank you guys.
See you.
All right.